Coucou mes chéris, j'espère que vous avez passé un bon fête. Welcome to another video. It will be the last of my videos for 2025 and it's just something silly and fun. It's what I got for Christmas. I haven't done a video like this for probably years now. From vegan cookbooks to perfume to sewing accessories. I got lots of things that I'm really excited to share with you guys, donc c'est parti! So I spent Christmas with Val's family, and in Val's family they like to write Christmas wish lists and then you shop for their presents off of there. That way we all know that we're getting people something that they will definitely like or that they might need, which I kind of like. I like that there's no presents going to go to waste. There's no re-gifting. You know for sure that you're spending your money on something that the person really, really wants. I think it's a bit less wasteful that way. And you know, it always means that you're opening your presents to things that you're really excited to get. In no particular order, we'll start with the gift that I got from my sister-in-law. It is a tailoring ham or two. We've got two tailoring hams here. So a tailoring ham, if you don't know what that is to help you iron seams that are curved. Like sleeves, shoulders, darts over the bust, things like that. And it's particularly helpful when doing sewing projects because if you want to iron your seams down before sewing to make sure that everything is really neat and done really well and iron your darts and things, it is much easier to do so with tailoring hams, and I didn't have any, so I'm really, really pleased that she got me that. It will make my projects a lot easier. Then my beautiful partner Val got me a lot of things. He really spoiled me this year. He got me two things that were kind of funny. One being a pink Yeti thermos mug because I have a really good quality one that I got through my job. It was a freebie that I got through my job a long time ago and he's always stealing it, so then I don't have one. So he got me one and it's bigger and it's pink, so you know, I'm gonna want to use this one. And he also got me a parking sign because I got my French license, like my license transferred to a French license recently, and I've been driving a lot more in France, and I parked somewhere a couple of weeks ago where it said there was free parking, but I didn't understand that the sign said it's free parking if you have your own parking sign that displays what time you arrived. Like, I'm sorry, I've never heard of that before. That's so weird to an Australian. Like, I don't know, do we have that in Australia now? It's been a while since I drove in Australia, but yeah, I believe it or not, did not have my own parking meter sign in my car to let them know what time I arrived. So I got a fine. So that was his hilarious joke slash practical gift because I will actually use this because there are quite a lot of these parking places near us apparently in Nice. So go figure. He also got me Vegan Risha's Indian Kitchen Cookbook. You may or may not know that I'm Anglo-Indian. My mum and my grandfather were born in India, so I grew up eating Indian food or Anglo-Indian food, a combination of the two. And I'm very lucky because Val really likes Indian food. He is a Frenchman. I didn't necessarily expect he was going to like Indian food because obviously it can be hot and spicy and that's not usually something that the French palate is accustomed to, but he really loves Indian food. And we talked about doing an Indian buffet for New Year's Eve, and lo and behold, he bought me a vegan Indian cookbook, which is full of wonderful things, and it makes sure that I have all the recipes to cook for New Year's Eve here because we're at his parents' house on the other side of the country to where we live, and my personal recipes and the recipes in my old cookbooks, which are Indian, are not with me. So it'd be nice to try out something new. My sister-in-law also got me, maybe she didn't get me the hams. I'm getting confused about who got me what now. I think it was Emmy that did that, or maybe it was Val's mum. Might have been Val's mum, but either way, someone in the family got me the tailoring ham, and then my sister-in-law got me this really cute little glass heart jar, and inside it has body powder puffs. We've got pink one and a white one for, you know, powdering yourself. Then Val's dad got me Miyoko's Vegan Creamery. If you're not familiar with the brand Miyoko, if you're not vegan, you might not know it all, but there is quite a well-known, really nice quality, very tasty American cheese brand called Miyoko's. They also make butter, and this is the owner's cookbook with everything from how to make cream, butter, cheeses, ice cream, and other things inside. And I have wanted this for a very, very long time. Now this was not something that was on my wish list. This was something that Val's mum came up with all on her own, but it is a monogrammed towel in a like salmon pink, very vintagey color with matching hand flannels, gloves, which was a fantastic idea. I love this. I love that it's monogrammed. It's really fluffy and beautiful towel, but like the color is perfect. Yeah, she really nailed that present. She also got me the entire sample range from Binet Papillon, which is a Parisian perfume brand or boutique that do really, really unusual, special scents. They're all vegan as well, which is great. A lot of the boutique French perfume brands are vegan, just FYI. There's a lot of sort of like more alternative perfume brands that tend to be a lot simpler and not quite as high-end perfumes that are vegan. But if you're wanting to buy a really like high-end, very beautiful French perfume, a lot of the boutique brands list in their frequently asked questions like, yes, they're 100% vegan. So thought you might like to know. I really wanted to try this brand because they had really, really unusual scents, and I really like the smells tobacco and incense in my perfumes, but mixed in with very feminine, like powdery floral scents. And they had a lot of that going on in their perfumes. So between the two little boxes that I got here, which are like this, and then inside you've got all of the samples, plus they sent me some extra samples in little cards. I think I have their entire range now, which is mostly unisex. Everything is listed as unisex, although when you smell them, sometimes something seems very masculine and very, very feminine. But I also know guys who love wearing very floral, sort of traditionally feminine scents, and women who really like wearing more masculine scents. And I'm one of those women. I really like to wear a scent that is quite bold, spicy, has like oud or tonga bean in it, smoky scents. Then I like it to also have something very floral and feminine in there as well. I think those smells are very sexy. I like to sort of smell like a jazz club, you know, there's like tobacco and alcohol and sort of mustiness, and then someone walked into the jazz club wearing like a really beautiful floral or rose perfume with a lot of vanilla and stuff in it. And those two things together just make me really feel like sexy and vintage, and I love it. I haven't tried them all yet. I'm about halfway through, and there were two in particular that I've really liked so far. So from their collection, I really enjoyed Mere Blood Drop, which was mandarin, incense, and oud. I had that on yesterday, and that's lovely. Very incensey, very aromatic. And then it had those agrumes scents coming through as well, and the oud, which gives it that kind of sexy, like earthy smell. The one I'm wearing today, which is called Patchouli Monarch, it's got heliotrope, patchouli, and labdanum in it. And when I first put it on, I was like, oh no. And then as it dried down, it's become really beautiful and super unusual. Val hates it though. So yeah, but maybe I get it and I wear it when I'm not around him or something. I don't know, but I'm really liking it now. But there's also another one called Tuberose Miroir that I really like, which is green leaves, tuberose, and vetiver. And I also have the entire other half of the collection to try, so maybe something else will stand out and I'll end up getting that instead. But I am on the hunt for my new perfume, and I want it to be something really unusual and with those, yeah, sort of spicy masculine scents in there with something really feminine and powdery and sort of 50s leaning. So hopefully I'll find something in here. Then Val's dad got me this game here. It is called Viticulture. It is a board game. The concept being that you have bought a winery and you are trying to fulfill wine orders. Being that Val's family is French, his dad is a huge wine lover with a big wine collection, and whenever we come here, we're always trying the wines and discussing them and comparing them to each other. I thought they would love this game because they also love board games, and we've played it twice already. Val's dad did indeed enjoy playing it. I really enjoyed it. I had played it previously with Rachel and Eric, my friends. Rachel, who I sing with quite often, they are big board game players and have introduced me to quite a number of board games that I have bought now and that I play regularly. And this was one of them. I would highly recommend it. It is quite a complicated game initially because it's one of those ones where it's very strategy based. You can do many, many different things. You have so many options about how you go about trying to win the game. But I like those kinds of games because it means that every time you play, it's a bit different. You're not just doing the same thing every time and you get bored and you've spent like $60 for nothing because you played the game like 3 times, then you're sick of it. So And Val's brother got me an Amazon voucher, which is wonderful because I'm wanting to buy more sewing stuff. And I quite often will start a sewing project and then realize I need like 1 or 2 items that I don't have. And I want to try and finish for a video, so I'll order them on Amazon. I often wish that I didn't shop on Amazon. It's why I don't have like an Amazon creator account or whatever you call it, where I can show you all the things that I love on Amazon, because I don't really want to encourage people to shop from Amazon. I do try and buy like secondhand fabrics and things if I can. I buy a lot of my fabrics off of Vinted or at thrift stores, but sometimes, yeah, I'm in the middle of a project and I realize I need something and I need it like tomorrow at the latest, and I will order off of Amazon. So that will come in very, very handy. And my family got me beautiful gifts that I've ordered myself and didn't order until after Christmas because they live on the other side of the world. It's much easier for them to send me money to then buy the products and have them shipped here to save on the now crazy shipping and export prices that we have in the world. But I'll put a picture on the screen of what I'm getting and hopefully they're still available. But it is a beautiful pair of reproduction 1940s shoes and a true vintage hat in cobalt blue, and I really want to make myself a matching yellow dress in the same style as this dress that I previously made, but in like a mustardy yellow color to go with the blue accessories. So yeah, hopefully we'll be seeing that in the future as we head back into the warm weather. I'll be making that and sporting it here on YouTube and Instagram if I can get hold of the right material and if those cobalt blue pieces are still available for me to get my grubby little hands on. So they're the gifts that I got for Christmas. I would love to hear what you guys got. What were you most excited about? Did you get anything unexpected that you didn't have on your wish list, but you were like, wow, this person really nailed that gift? Or something that you've just been coveting for a really long time and someone got it for you? I would love to know down in the comments. And I know not all of you may celebrate Christmas, so what have you been up to for the past week or so? What's been happening? Have you had anything exciting going on in your life? Is there something else that you celebrate? Please do tell me down in the comments and we can continue the conversation there. Don't forget that you can like, comment, and subscribe if you'd like to support my channel. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video. Bye!